Hi, Chuck Hawley from West Marine. We're sitting today on one of my favorite boats in Santa Cruz. This is a Santa Cruz 52 named Elixir. And this is a perfect example of the potentially oxymoronic description of a racer cruiser. This boat is fast and capable of going across oceans, and yet it's also rugged and got a commodious interior so that you can go cruising. Well, one of the things that cruisers need, and in addition racers need, is a means to communicate back to home or to a race committee or possibly to rescue agencies when you're at sea. And this has traditionally been a fairly expensive and complicated process. But now, with the new ZanstraSat iSat Phone Pro, you can communicate virtually anywhere in the world inexpensively and portably. So, you've probably heard of Iridium phones and Globalstar phones. This is kind of the third in that generation. It uses a different type of satellite, and it's a little different looking product, but largely it's the same. This gives you communications from 70 degrees north, sorry if you're in northern Greenland, to 70 degrees south, sorry if you're in Antarctica, and every place in between without any gaps in coverage. So how does it work? Well, the first thing you do is you extend the antenna, and you want the antenna to be pointing upwards. So if you're holding it on this ear, you can turn the antenna like that so it's pointing up in the air. The next thing you do is you turn it on and you wait for it to get a satellite fix. It has to have a satellite fix before you can make a phone call. Once you get a satellite fix and the signal strength is strong, you simply tap in the phone number that you're calling with the international dialing code first. So I live in the United States, so I'd press +1 831, whatever the number is that you want to call. It's a direct dial phone. There's no marine operator involved. You just dial the phone number. That will connect you within seconds to any dialable phone number in the world. So you can be halfway from here to Hawaii or halfway to Bermuda, or you can be in an area where the cell phone coverage is crummy and you're along the coast. You can use this. Incidentally, that's its little signal that it's got a little satellite fix. So the big question always is, how much does it cost? And it's a little bit complicated when you're dealing with satellite phones. I don't know why, but all of their rate plans are a little bit complicated. So at a basic level, the phone will cost you $650. It comes with an AC charger, a DC charger, a protective box, and so forth. So $650. Incidentally, today I went online and I checked the price of an Iridium 9555, which is a great phone, $1,400. So this is less than half the price of an Iridium phone. Secondly, you have to have a SIM card that has your phone number on it. There's a $50 activation fee for that SIM card. Incidentally, if you have multiple people that want to use the same phone, they can use the same phone but have different SIM cards so that you can actually charge your phone calls to different people. I'm not sure when you do that, but in some commercial applications, that's what people do. The third thing is you have to pick a rate plan. There's the concept of buying prepaid minutes, where you buy a certain number of minutes for a flat rate, but you have to use the minutes in the first 2 years of ownership, otherwise they expire. So as an example, you can buy 100 minutes for $100, pay $1 a minute. The more minutes you buy on a prepaid program, the more you discount the cost per hour. So for example, if you buy 1,000 minutes, you pay $890, get 89-cent minutes, and so forth. The other way to do this is to be billed for your airtime. When you do that, you sign up for a monthly rate. For example, you can sign up for what they call the basic rate, which is $35 a month. You get 20 free minutes, and additional minutes are 99 cents. The bottom line is that for roughly $1 a minute, you can have worldwide, except if you're in Antarctica or the North Pole, you can have worldwide satellite phone coverage that's crisp and clear, and you can basically call any place you want. Now, who's a good candidate for using something like the ZanstraSat iSat Phone Pro? Well, certainly cruisers who want to keep in touch with people at home, anybody that's out on the water who may need to contact a rescue service or, for that matter, a repair service. And now racers are starting to use portable satellite phones as a means to check in at their 8 o'clock roll call. So instead of using a big, heavy, and expensive single sideband, you can use a $650 phone and call in your morning latitude and longitude. In addition, if you're a world traveler, you probably know what happens when you go to some place off in the hinterlands and you find out that calling from your hotel room is going to cost you $8 a minute. And believe me, it happens, especially from island nations. This allows you to call for $1 a minute. So we really like this product. It's easy to use. It works just like a telephone. The rate plans are a little bit confusing, but they're reasonably priced. And the Inmarsat iSat Phone Pro is available with other quality satellite communications devices from West Marine.